So this isn't the first time I'm going to be talking about the day before, but if this is your first time seeing this, the day before is a scam fake game. Now I know that might seem harsh to say, but hear me out. The game was announced like 2 years ago and was supposed to release last year. Then they got pushed to March of this year, which isn't too bad, games get delayed all the time. But as I was going through trailers and made my own videos, I started to notice a trend of decreasing quality and seeing less and less of the game the more information we got about it. In fact, the most recent video of the game is just the developers trying to launch a different product and just use like stills from the game and barely show it. And now we're being told that the game that was supposed to release March 1st of 2023 is being pushed back. But by how much? Nothing, just 9 months. Yep, this game's supposed to come out now, for realsies, in November of 2023. Now you may be asking yourself, why would the game be delayed so dramatically? What could be the issue to delay a game by almost a year? Well, according to the developers, it's because someone else owns the rights to the day before, and they're going to be so preoccupied with that they're going to just have to push back the game release. For the game that's supposed to come out in March. Now, I myself am not a publisher, but if my game comes out in March and it's January and I have to push it back, makes me feel like the game wasn't even anywhere near launch to begin with, right? Because January and March are separated by 1 month. January is the first month of the year, March is the third month of the year. What work were you doing during that entire time when you originally scheduled this game to release last year? Usually when games get pushed back, it's like, oh, we have to do a couple more things here and there, or maybe we added a feature. The time it took them from the announcement to now is longer than the average game development cycle. So again, this game was never going to be released in March. This game is never going to be released. Now, let me cover my bases. This game, if released, will definitely not be the game you guys were promised. I can guarantee you that. Another thing that's super shady, besides the fact that, this company has no real pedigree, has been using free labor to make this game, is that, again, typically a company would clear their name, right? You would clear your name, you would trademark it so that you wouldn't have this problem this close to launch. Imagine if God of War was about to come out, God of War Ragnarok's coming out, and then a month before they're like, oopsies, we have to delay the game by a year because we just didn't clear the name God of War Ragnarok. Apparently, there is another title called specifically God of War Ragnarok, and our lawyers did not clear the patent in time, or our lawyers did not do any sort of checking. And also now the company that owns the rights is suddenly interested in coming after this game now, not when it was hype for this game was at an all-time high like a year ago when that trailer dropped. Now they own the rights? Or are you telling me you guys never owned the rights to this game, you're just promoting it? Like, do you see how bad that is? Do you see how that is not a good look? And we're supposed to believe that this company has, pedigree and has credibility. Why? Again, look at any of my videos about this. Look at my other video where specifically talking about how the game looks bad. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I posted multiple videos there talking about how I think this game is fake and not real. But just to reiterate, I think this game is fake and not real. I think the developers are shady. I don't think anyone should be wishlisting this game or pre-ordering or giving this game any sort of attention. This is the fake scam game. Do not spend your money on this. I promise you, it will not be worth it. I want you guys to really think about when's the last time you've even had a story like this in terms of game development and the game came out well. When is the last time a game has been delayed a month before its release because they did not own the name? When has that ever happened? When has a company that uses free labor as part of the actual workload released a good game? Hell, we have games that are released by actual big companies that aren't doing well. Forspoken, sorry, I want you to do well, but you're not. And that's Square Enix. Ubisoft has delayed Skull and Bones like a million times. And again, Ubisoft is, I'm not going to say a very reputable, but they are an established game company who has released games before. Huge, massive games like the Assassin's Creed series, Far Cry, like Watch Dogs. They have released big open world games, so we at least know they can do that. What do we know about these developers? What do we know about this company? They work on games for a little bit, then they go on to the next one. They'll sell a game, let a game die. They're just constantly moving on to the next grift. They have no established pedigree. Again, their biggest game as of now is Prop Night. And we expect them to handle a game that's that's basically like The Division size with zombies. No. These people are not good at what they do. And it's very apparent to me that all they're trying to do is get a bunch of money and they're going to cut and run. Again, who releases this information essentially a month before the game drops? This is the time where you're supposed to be putting out promotion. This is the time we're supposed to be showing people what they're getting into, what's getting them hyped. As I was editing this, I came upon Twitter where I found information from SkillUp that not only had no one seen gameplay footage, these are the mods I'm showing on screen right now, but the game had been delisted from Steam. They said it was a bug, but after said, a bug went away, they were still not returned to Steam. So this just kind of further cements the fact that this game was shady from the get-go. They hadn't even done that. It's not like they were releasing hype trailers and tweeting about stuff and dropping content and artwork or game specs or anything like that a month out. Nothing. And now it's, oh, sorry, we gotta push the game back because we don't own the fucking rights to the name. Like, I'm really repeating myself. I want to hammer this point in. All y'all who are coming at me saying, oh, I'm being too nitpicky when I was looking over the trailers, that, why don't we judge a game when it comes out instead of doing all this stuff? This is why we do these things. This is why I do these things. Because when shit doesn't smell right, I want to make sure that you guys are also informed. This don't smell right. Again, look at my other video. Look at each trailer they have available. Look at the quality of the trailer. Look how it goes down each time. A game should not be going from what looks like a final version to a beta version to an alpha version. This game went from looking like an Ubisoft trailer for Watch Dogs to like PUBG. And no shade to PUBG, but that's a huge graphical downgrade, which shows me that there was some, issues. Maybe the game was never looking like that in the first place and always looked like PUBG, but they had to lie to us. Like, there's so many things going on behind there. But the main crux of it is, this game is fake. Do not buy it.